Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Kharinal campaign. You'll notice that Andrew and Erica went from down there to over there now, because, neither of them can
We're
sit
moving up in
still.
life.
I'm on the bottom this time.
All by yourself. That's copyrighted.
Well, if you sing it bad enough, it's fine.
Yes. Oh, what?
There you go. Now no one can tell.
Andrew, do you have any announcements before we get into tonight's episode?
As soon as I get back down to Utah, I plan on adding a couple things to the store. So keep an eye over it this coming weekend because I'm going to be adding a couple things on there. And I think you guys will like some of the things that I'm going to add.
Nikandra in chat, they see the updated text and they say, a Glory Paladin. Never heard of that before. How neat. Glory Paladin is my favorite Paladin subclass. I'm honestly so happy you went for it.
I was looking at everything. Best roleplay, stats-wise, everything like that, kind of being more of the tanky guy. That's the best.
So good. I love it. Only thing I'm going to get into is... before we start the episode, I am going to go over our Patreon, which we have one patron right now. So huge shout out to patron D4Fan. Once again, don't know if it's an account made specifically for us for D4s or for D-Fourtress, or if it was you're just a big fan of D4s. And it was fate. You stumbled upon our logo and was like, no, I have to. But either way...
I, too, am a fan of cow traps.
Thank you so much for pledging at the Paragon tier. And those people that pledge at the Paragon tier will do get exclusive access to certain products in the store, as well as a permanent discount on everything in our merch store. So that is very much a thing. And then at the different levels, you'll get things to access, like Discord access to be able to play games with myself, Andrew, and any other cast members that may want to hop in over the Discord call. And of course, you'll get shout outs into things like that as well. Also, another thing is, admittedly, I did the project that I was working, the big project that I was working on is going to take a much more significant amount of time than I was prepared for. So I'll still be working on that. However, I'm going to more focus that in the background over a longer period of time. And starting next week, Auroran Expounded will be back and start being uploaded once again. And on top of that, Andrew and I have some... Andrew's going to help me with with some of the editing and the idea making of it. But we do have some plans for some fun stuff on our gaming channel, which is just D-Fourtress Gaming over on YouTube. So... Just fun ways to put our own little spin on certain things that we like to do. But I believe that is everything. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll that intro. So, last we left off, this new band of adventurers had signed up for the Heroes Call project, a project that is being headed by the Neutral Agreement Alliance to just put more capable problem solvers out in the world. And they did, however, their introduction to it was fairly ominous, as the leader of the Neutral Agreement Alliance, Heinrich Tyen, kind of gave ominous warnings over the potential of loss of life and the dangers that each party would face. Now, come the following day, the jobs were officially posted. The newfound group of adventurers decided to take a job within the city, clearing out a crypt. Now, recently, a woman had lost her life, and only after her burial rites, she had been identified as a murderer who had escaped confinement. And her rage and spite had filled the crypt with necromantic energies, raising undead within it. So the party went down to exterminate the specter, to free this curse that was on this crypt, so people could resume visiting the burial plots of their loved ones without issue. And it seemed that they bit off a bit more than they could chew, as the challenges in there nearly cost them their lives. One member, Ghost, only being saved by her patron. And thus, and as the calm swept over the crypts, bruised, bloodied, and exhausted, finding nothing of value on the dead that littered the area, you clamber your way out into the lightly snowed-on streets of Tirvis, finally signaling the 3 knocks for the guard to open the door. And as you emerge, the guard looks, "Oh, well, that was short. Holy shit, what happened to you?"
There were a lot of zombies, but they're gone now.
Pax is like holding up Ghost. We're fine. We're fine. It'll all be okay.
I have a little bit of gore hanging from my horn.
The horns.
Ghost just looks at the guards and just like,
Well, do you need medical attention? Can we? And it's like, suddenly this guard is like, in a bit of shock. He's just like, I was not aware it was. I knew it was dangerous, but do you need help? And he starts panicking.
Calm down.
Get our head
It's
together.
okay.
It's okay, calm down.
We'll need medical help,
All
but show us the way first.
Okay. You can go to Saint Aisha's. It is near the center of town. Do you need an escort? Are you okay?
Would we know where St. Aisha's is?
I would say Badger and Pax probably would, given that you guys probably frequent
medical background with me, so
yeah, you guys probably frequent the capital city more than the other two.
Okay. And then, do we have to stop by what's his face's place for the
reward.
The reward? The Gravesman.
We
So
should
yeah.
probably get some medical attention first.
True.
I can meet up with you guys at the merchants to see a man about a horse. I could bring the I could go grab the money and bring it. you guys can go get bandaged up.
But okay.
Well, we all want to do a bit of shopping. Once again, medical attention. Let's go.
Let's go.
As Badger, Badger, did you? I can't remember. Did you even get hurt?
Nope.
Yeah, Badger's fine.
He
Badger's
doesn't have to
fine.
come with
I
us
think
to
I
fight,
took 6 points of damage.
Yeah, you're a little bruised. It's Rakos and Ghosts that just look
Yeah.
like
I think I
even-
took like 3 points of damage. I think there was one blow that Pax wasn't able to completely deflect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got grace.
Fine.
Tis but a scratch.
We don't have to babysit them. It's fine. We can go.
Are you okay?
I've done this before.
She's only
can tell.
mostly dead.
As I'm holding up Ghost, be like pat her head, just be like, okay, we'll go travel to what was it, Saint what's that? What
Aisha's?
Aisha.
Aisha.
Okay.
We were both
Aisha.
right and both wrong. Aisha.
Lux, you do have a bit more medical knowledge, so it would probably be helpful if you came with us, and then we'll go get our reward.
Oh, sure. That's fine. I mean, I just thought it was on the way and I could go and wait, but that's fine. Okay, so let's go see somebody about some bandages.
And eventually, you made your way. It's not too long of a walk. Probably a little under an hour. And you're definitely drawing attention as you guys are moving through. And it's not because of, your gear and stuff. There's plenty of armed people in the World of War, and majority of people actually have some form of equipment on them. But or not majority, but a good chunk of people have some form of equipment on them. It's a very common thing to see, but it's the injuries and the gore hanging from the horns that they're kind of giving you the side eye. And with the guards, they see that, but the guards were also kind of made aware of Project Heroes Call and certain things going on within the city. So they eye you, but they don't bother you. They don't bother questioning you. Some of them will give you an expression of, they look like they've been through enough. Let's leave them be.
It's kind of like a similar energy. Like before you do a big fire, you have to call the fire department.
Yeah, that's actually not too far
Right.
off.
Expect a lot of bloody people walking around.
Yeah.
Pax is
and
just
Ghost
totally
would be
unfazed by
walking.
anything.
Yeah. Ghost would be very stubborn. She's not letting him carry her, but she will let him, have his
It's not like a
arms around
two-hand
her.
carry. It's just like the one
Yeah.
arm
The un-
over
yeah,
kind
the-
of a
the under
deal.
the arm, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I'm just kind of
And-
like dragging her along.
And
I'm
event
just kind of like picking bits of gore and just dropping it on the street.
and eventually you make it to this large. It looked like it was originally built to be a mansion. It looks a little more like a home than an institution, but it's this beautiful old kind of wooden and stone building with brilliant torchlight lighting it up, and you see the stone arch over a gateway says Saint Aisha's Institution of Healing. And you see the garden is littered with stone statues of different soldiers and warriors. And you do see out and about, you see there are people wandering the garden. Some people are out, they're bundled up, but you see some staff members pushing around patients in wheelchairs around the garden, talking to them. There's bandaged people. and you see the front door is propped open.
Head on
This is
in.
much nicer than the druid's hut back home.
Oh, do you not have any sort of hospitals?
I mean, the druids do all the healing in the village.
Hmm.
It's just very different.
You know, I've never been to a hospital myself. It's I've seen field hospitals before, but that is not the same thing.
And Lux
I mean,
is
it's-
just looking.
I imagine
for
it's
any...
not the same trying to fix stone compared to, flesh.
They're very similar, actually. Sometimes you just have to have the right kind of skills. Lux is keeping an eye out for any pieces
right,
he might have
bleeding.
sold to them. Any statues, by the way.
These ones are none that you have made. None that you have made specifically. However, you do see there are some particularly old ones that do state they have been donated by Lanasis, that names old enough that you don't recognize off the top of your head. You might have to go into a family tree. However, there is some generational stuff, generational statues looking here, but much older than you would have made yourself.
Nice. Okay, I'll lock that up here.
Yeah. You do see one in particular. You see one of a kind of like the main one in the garden, as you see this a statue of this kind of cloaked woman. You see she's got a pair of horns peeking out over a hood, peeking out from under a hood, as she holds this medallion, and it does say, looking at my notes.
What a weird thing to say.
It says,
Looking at my notes. Huh.
it just says Saint Aisha, and then in a little Saint Aisha, may her wisdom carry on always, and then it says commissioned by carved by Silas Linasi.
Nice.
There we go. Panicked a little bit. I was like, where is it? I wrote it down.
Yeah, go into the front office and see about getting some medical aid.
Yeah, and as
Full
you
of Cosmo. If it's not a bother for you.
and as you enter in, immediately there are people going, there are people moving around, and as you're the first one to enter, Pax, and you see this this kind of middle-aged human man. He's got very like soft, kind features, and he kind of looks at you. He's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, son. I'm afraid, we don't have the technical know-how to fix you up." And he kind of like gives you a once-over, and it's like, I think you might need to find a more specialized place.
No worries there. I'm not that injured. I hold Ghost up. Like,
And then he's just like, "Oh dear, yes,
Put me
bring
down
her to the room over here." And as he's walking, he's like, "Well, do healing magics work on your unique frame?"
they do.
Okay, we can at least provide that service for you, but stitching up and the scarring or whatever your equivalent is might be a bit beyond us. But yes, come in right this way. And he, and he leads you to this room, and it's a large room. It's not like this is your room. There's a bunch of other people in there, and as you enter in, you see the group that you had met at the Bar Fist the previous night. The previous night, and suddenly you are just hit with this pungent smell of sewage.
Oh, they took the sewage
And
job.
they are getting bandaged, and you see Arias the elf as he is frantically prestidigitating his whole body inch by inch, trying to get it all off. And
It smells like lavender.
and
Lavender.
and
Absolute poopery.
as doing that, you see Saris the cleric. She doesn't look too injured herself, and she's actually assisting in the healing along with the other healers. And kind of going with that, and then you see, most of all, you see Isha, the Goliath woman, and she is almost mummified in bandages. And as you enter, she kind of looks up. Friends, you survived. Ah, it is great to have colleagues.
I can
see you, Isha.
You guys had a great first job as well.
And you see, she kind of just like chuckles, and Arias just goes, "Well, this absolute psychopath decided that if she can't wild shape anymore, she just tried to punch the thing to death."
It's a fair strategy. I mean, did it work?
I mean, they're here.
Didn't work on me.
And with that, she's like, "Oh, it worked, but he's just being modest. He punches things to death too. Yes, with my mechanical, magically enchanted gauntlets that filter magical energy through my armor. Not with my bare bloody knuckles."
I mean, she's magic too, so technically she's using magic when she punches other people, right?
No.
No.
And she just chuckles. She's like, "No, I ran out of magic.
It's just big.
I used it all."
That happens. We had that in common.
I just had to use my horns at some point.
And with that, she kind of, Isha looks at the horn, just like, "See, this is someone who gets it. You just get in the fray and you get the job done." And
Turns out bones break really easily with a hammer.
and as you're having this conversation, Pax, I assume you lead Ghost kind of over to a bed.
Yes.
As you see some of the working staff clerics wash their hands, start washing your wounds and everything, and start casting spells on you. And after a little bit, Saris actually, she gets up from her spot, attempting to heal Isha, and kind of walks over to you, Ghost, and just like, "Looks like you've been through hell." And
I actually died for a second there. Don't tell the others.
You what?
and
Oh, Pax was right there. Pax saw it.
yeah,
She's not trying to hide it.
yeah,
You
Ghost
miracle
was a
worker.
ghost.
and
You were dead. That's how hard she hit you? Oh,
and you see Saris kind of goes and kind of looks you over a bit, Ghost, and then you see her kind of hesitate, and then she reaches out and does a second level cure wounds on you.
Me as a player goes, oh, that's so sweet. Me as Ghost goes like, okay, I'm surprised.
Getting some mixed signals.
Yeah,
here.
can I?
Signals here, because she got the "I hate you" treatment, and now she's
So
like, "Well, I don't hate you."
you restore 13. You
Oh,
restore
nice.
13 health.
Oh, nice.
And with that she kind of goes, and you see actually make an insight check for me.
Okay. Insight. 21.
21. So you see that she kind of looks at you as she kind of stares at you. You get the sense that she's not doing this because she suddenly feels better about you, but because she wouldn't feel good about herself with it without doing it. But the other thing is, it looks like she's trying to study you, and just from what you can see in her eyes, it's bouncing back and forth, almost like she's conflicted in her head of suspicion, worry, or pity, and it seems like she can't decide on one.
That's okay. Ghost doesn't care. She's like, okay, if you feel that way, oh, whatever.
Sweet, free heals.
but she will say,
Has
I appreciate it.
what's the cleric's name again? Remind me.
You have not
Saris.
gotten his name. Her, yeah.
Her name.
Saris Thorn.
Saris. Okay. Is she hurt at all? Has she been seen too?
She she seems to be a bit more like Badger, not small scrapes and scratches, nothing
Gotcha.
serious. Nothing serious. It seems Isha was the one that
took it all.
that took it all. And then after a bit, you see the tiefling Raylene. She kind of walks it. She kind of like
Limps in.
No, she walks in and she looks immaculate. She looks like immaculate. She is wearing. You see, she's like wearing like these fresh clothes. Her hair is like soaked. She's just like, you guys should try these showers. They're so nice here. Okay? And like, oh, hi guys. And she seems just on top of the world, like perfectly not a scratch on her.
Having a great old time.
Okay, anybody else need bandaging up?
I am not bloodied, but I am definitely battered.
And yes, they do go. They disinfect your horns. They do clean you up, Brakos, and you also receive a 2nd level cure wounds, and you get you get 11 healing.
Right?
Nice.
I'm okay
And
with
then,
that.
do I get anything as I'm just sitting in the chair
Yeah,
next to Ghost bed?
Yeah, you get a simple healing word. So
Okay.
you get 5 healing.
Sweet.
I could use a refresher.
The cracks in Pax's, I guess for lack of a better word, stone, kind of get filled in with that gold magical power as he's healed.
So it's like the Japanese pottery where they put
Exactly.
together-
No, that's exactly
Ah!
it. So my
That's
cracks get healed by
awesome.
gold energy.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
good. And Badger, you receive 1 too. You get 4 healing. I rolled it for
Full
you.
health.
Every time you take a hit, you become more valuable. Interesting.
True. Yeah, that's actually not far off. I don't know exactly what Rose did to me, but she did a great job.
And with that, you see Arias, his eyes like kind of light up a bit, and he's like, he's fascinating. You must have been expensive.
I am the
his
only of
hair
my
is
kind that I
literal
know
gold,
of.
so yes.
We prefer the term priceless.
No, I'm pretty sure I can work out.
Nice.
Oh,
cheese
Pax
there.
literally does that. Literally, like, he's smiling, holds up the two fists.
Okay, should we get paid?
Priceless in personality,
And,
yes.
So eventually, you go and upon being healed, the other party does go and pack up to leave after being cleaned, disinfected, and healed up. And as they're departing, Saris doesn't really give much of a goodbye, but the rest of them kind of Arias gives like a half-hearted nod, but Isha and Raylene give like full hearty, like Raylene is given like double-handed waves, and Isha, if you guys would accept it, goes and gives you each this Goliath hand-crushing handshake.
Oh yeah, Pax is in there like swimwear. He's just
Yep. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
exactly.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger meme.
No, exactly.
Yep,
And-
nice firm handshake from Reikos.
I'm gonna use that saying now.
He's in there as
Like,
Have y'all never heard that?
no. There was nothing.
Perfect. There you go.
oh man.
Oh, thank you for the gifted subs, Nikandra. Thank you. It was the handshake that did it. Everybody
It was
shake
the
hands with every
handshake.
NPC.
Shake it again.
See if it gets the same result. So eventually you guys are given a clean bill of health and are free to leave at your leisure. As you see that as you learn or may already know, this place is a non-profit organization that does function off of donations, and so there are several high-ranking political figures as well as powerful merchants that donate a significant amount of money here to be able to keep it running, as well as Reikos. You would also know this. The chieftains of the indigenous tribes are also all three of them are consistent
Donors.
consistent donors. Yes.
Okay. Is there a place to make like a donation?
Yeah, there would be. Yeah, there's a small
From your 5 silver, or
yeah,
what was it?
yeah.
One-
There is
one
a
silver?
it's a separate building on the same property, but like a small logistical office, kind of place where they do all the paper. They have all the paperwork and all that kind of stuff. Do all the clerical work.
Okay. Pax is gonna use his 1 silver to pop that in the donation bin.
And as you do, there's just like a little pot, and there's a small line they have to wait in to get to it. You see just a couple random citizens going in to donate, and then as you go, there's just this there's this massive behind the till. There's this just massive hulking minotaur, probably a good 2 feet taller than Reikos, and just like just pure gray fur as you see his mane kind of goes and covers his face a little bit. And as you drop the coin in, he just goes, "Many blessings upon you."
To you as well.
And he
like
just
this guy.
slowly gets your silver piece.
Very slowly, like a
Yeah.
sloth.
Yep.
Ah, yeah.
Like the DMV in Zootopia, pretty much.
Gonna look at Raycos and be like, "Is this your cousin? Do you know him?"
I don't know this man.
Oh, shoot! I thought he was cool. So
We may not know each other, but we are kin.
fair enough.
Basically, like one arm to the chest.
Yep.
Ghost is just like, hey, Fox.
What?
Come here.
I'm gonna walk over to Ghost.
She's like,
Like literally quiet.
Like, wait, hang on, what? What's going on?
she's just like, get over here. And she's gonna hand him 2 gold and be like, here, give this to him as well.
Okay, I'll go back in the line to go up to the.
and as you do it, you drop the gold pieces in, and he just goes, "Many blessings upon you."
I'm actually gonna point to Ghost and be like, actually, it's to her.
He turns and presumably looks at you. "Many blessings upon you."
I wonder how much we can make him do that.
We can find out another day when we get paid, because I am out of money. I will say that out loud too.
Yeah, one day we should just come with a whole load of coppers and just like give it to him. See how many
One at a
times
time.
he'll. Yeah, one at a time. Just slide it in.
It
See
sounds
how-
like an absolute waste of time. Let's do it.
I need to know
Are
how
you
many
going to
times
do
he'll
it?
Get ready for episode
Not
4.
right
Not right. Not right now.
We're gonna be
Later
here a
on,
The
while.
next 3 hours.
You guys just really want me to do this voice, I guess.
Okay, well, I'll try to usher everybody out and try to stop Ghost from getting back in line.
Oh no,
And-
I'm not going right now.
And so as you make your way out, you feel much better and are met with the hustle and bustle of the city. Luckily, it is once again, even though it is a really high population area, it is a really high population area. It's still, the streets are wide enough that you're not pushing through, shouldering through people. It's busy but still comfortable to walk around. And as you go, where are you heading?
need
We
money.
have to.
Let's go
yeah,
get
we have
paid.
to go back. Either would we know if it's to the Adventurers Guild or to
It was town hall.
The
I
guy
think.
himself.
Or town
Yeah,
hall, or
because he said that we would get paid by somebody else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically, he, upon confirming you guys completed the job, he would deliver confirmation, and then you would receive the pay afterward.
okay. So would
uh,
that guard that was there have told him, or would we have to? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then-
It's safe to assume that that is what would happen.
Hopefully.
Some
I
other
say we go to
group
town
came
hall
in
then.
and did it.
Yeah.
You know what they say about assuming.
And eventually, so you make your way back to the city hall, and there you see quite a few of the quite a few of the other groups. As you approach, they go, and with just a look of, heads hung low, they turn their badges in and leave.
Oh.
I mean, great for us, but sad.
Sweet. Did any more jobs open up?
Well, we still have that ranch job.
Well, we have 2 jobs. We got the ranch and what was the other
No,
one?
the
that we
sewers
got?
were taken.
The sewers were taken by the other group.
Okay.
If you couldn't tell by the smell.
I forgot that. Yeah, that was the other one.
Yeah,
I
he
would
just
think
plugged
of
his
all
nose.
of the people. Yeah, I would
least
think
I
of
really
all of the
hope
people
that
here.
was
You
the
would have
sewers.
smelt it.
Yes.
So as you enter, you see kind of there's signs pointed to a bunch of like new desks set up where it says Project Heroes Call Affiliates, and with the sign pointing to them. And it looks like they're still in the process of somewhat setting up, but they have makeshift tables kind of set up and desks as the actual like booths and actual offices are starting to be built over there. And so as of right now, it's almost like walking into a school gymnasium with tables set up with people behind them a little bit. But as you do enter, as you see some people turning in their badges, you are seeing some other people starting to sign up that were not present at that first assembly. There are more people leaving than there are more people resigning than signing up. It's still more people leaving than coming in, but there are some new people that are being pulled in. And eventually you get up to the front as you see one of the clerks raise their hand. A clean-shaven with shaved head, a dwarven man, signals you down. Over here. I can get you.
Walk on over.
Walk on over.
All right.
We all walk
Now
like
what?
that.
Megan.
What can I do for you?
We
We just cleared out the crypts.
Oh yes, the gravekeeper told me about ya. Let me see. And he kind of goes. Can
That's
I
when we need our passcode.
can I get some identification from you?
Ah,
Hold
well,
out.
our name is pending, but we have our passcode. Is that helpful?
That or your badges?
I'll pull out my badge.
All right.
Yeah.
And with that, confirmation. Here's your 250 gold. And he goes, and there's this. You hear the clinking of coins as he drops a rather sizable pouch on the table in front of him. There you go. You can spend it wisely or not. It is your choice.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great day.
To you as well.
I can get who's next, and he calls up the next.
Like the DMV.
Yep.
I got
Welcome
your
to a
number.
life of adventure, standing in lines, donating to charity, and going to the DMV.
Yeah.
What a brilliant DM I am. Just kidding. The pinnacle of adventure.
The next adventure is a 9-to-5 job.
I don't know. Don't judge me. I like a little bit of funny realism, okay?
That's awesome.
What next? We'll be working at McDonald's.
I've come up
No,
with the
big potato.
side quest. I have come up with a concept of a drive-through. You ride your horse around the building, and we hand you the product out the window. And that way, you never have to dismount.
Drive-through blacksmith.
As long
Can
as
I
there's
get
a scary
a-
clown outside pointing the way,
Silver
we're
tipped
totally good.
broadsword, please.
Can I get
Hold the
a
handle.
can I get a battle axe? Would you like silver with that?
Actually, if you could supersize, make it a war axe, that'd be great.
Would you like that in the combo?
And this comes with the medieval meal.
It's just gruel.
Anyway, so
Okay.
upon getting it, Pax, you were at the front of the line, I assume, because you were the one responding.
Mhm.
So you get the. You are currently in possession of the pouch of 250 gold.
All right. I'll go back over with everybody else. And how much is 254 ways? Lux,
don't
you have this
we-
figured out?
Why don't we figure out the
52
cost
gold and
of the
50 cents. 50
of the
silver.
horse?
5 silver.
Yeah, that.
I would actually,
Fine,
instead of having to buy a potion, I wonder if it would be less expensive to buy the ingredients and make one.
I do have quite, like I was saying, I have quite the experience of making potions.
So this is just how I've DM'd it in the past. The ingredients to make the potions and stuff are still a pretty limited supply. Suppliers won't sell all of them. However, when you do buy enough, basically with Rakos being proficient in making the potions in the alchemy kit, he will, if he's able to acquire the ingredients, which is harder than just getting the potions there, but if he's able to acquire the ingredients, he'll be able to make them for half price.
Okay. Then we would just have to find somebody who's willing to sell us the ingredients.
Or find the ingredients.
Or find the ingredients, either or.
But
So
I
to create
don't have an apothecary kit. I would need to buy some supplies.
I believe we all need to buy some supplies, so maybe we go to the market and see about buying some stuff.
Well, I was just thinking that we should probably take care of the large purchase if we are going to get horse and wagon and whatnot, and then just split up what's left after that. Because I mean that's something we're all going to use. That's my opinion. I mean, I may
Fair.
not take up as much weight as the rest of you, but I would still get a ride.
Which,
Okay.
I'm not sure how much that would cost.
One way to
My
find
family
out.
had their own, so I never needed to buy one.
Okay, I say we go to the market and see if we can't find somebody for... It sounds like we want an apothecary kit and horses in a carriage or
Carriage.
a wagon.
Carriage.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, once again, Pax, you do know the Pax and Badger, you do know the layout of the city fairly well, and so you know where there are several stables about, but eventually, I keep saying eventually a lot today. Don't know why. You make your way over to a stables that is kind of on the eastern side of the city, known as the Ironclad Hoof. And you see it has several large pastures with horses running about, grazing through the snow, eating their hay. And you do see also a large... It's almost like a car dealer's lot, but of wagons and carriages. It's a pretty large establishment here.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to need roughly 50 gold for the alchemy supplies.
Okay. I'll set aside... I'll give you 50 gold straight up out of the pouch.
So whatever we buy, we need to keep it under this.
So
Rest
under
of this.
200 gold.
Under or up to?
Up, I would say if you guys are wanting to get more equipment, and I would say a health potion would be very necessary after our last fight.
I'm inclined to agree with Pax. So maybe we could keep it simple, and then eventually we could just trade in our old carts and get a nicer carriage.
So let's go with the wagon this time, and later on we can sell the wagon and trade it in for a
Right.
carriage. So
Yeah.
let's let's talk to him about wagon and some draft horses.
Some draft horses.
And
Right, if I do the talking.
Go for it.
As you enter in, you see this dwarven woman with braided, golden braided hair going down both sides, wearing a thick winter coat. And as she turns, and she's got this wide brim hat on, and bell rings as you enter the establishment, signaling that you've entered. She turns in. Well, howdy, how can I help you folks?
Well, we actually are in need. We are helping out with the Heroes Call, and there are some townsfolk on the outskirts that need our help, but they are about a day's travel away. We're going to be doing some other things. It would really, really help us if we could find a wagon and a couple of draft horses. If you've got it, do you have any sales going on right now? Any discounts that we need to know about?
Roll a D100, just percentile, just basically just a luck roll.
Okay. 28.
28. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have any special deals going on right now, but I do have some wagons and horses for sale.
Okay. Okay. Can you show us to? Can we take a look at the wagon first?
Of course, yeah. Just right out this side door right here, and she leads you outside to these. To basically this lot. You see, there's sleds, carriages, chariots, carts, wagons, and even like the cheaper stuff. It seems well made. It's all very well made. It's lacquered and painted.
They're not trying to gyp us.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty well made. Just like, all right, and we've got our wagons here. We've got our standard just dark wood lacquered, but we also have some painted options as well if you'd like.
Which
The one
would
with
you
the
say
flames.
typically? Which typically hold up to the cold weather better, in your opinion?
Well, the lacquers, they all hold up pretty well. However, sometimes the paint does chip, so I usually prefer just the straight lacquer because I find the wood a bit charming.
Okay. No, I trust your opinion. You don't trust a skinny cook, right? If you don't trust your own product, then why should we? So I like that. Okay, so we'll definitely get one with the lacquer. What are those running right now?
Oh, we can do about these are running about 35 gold.
Okay. And then so we'll definitely take one of those. And then where do you keep your horses?
Oh, just over here in the fields, just right this way, and those kind of pastures you saw on the way in. She kind of leads you over. This right here is where we keep all our draft horses. We got 4 for sale, and she points them out. One of them is like this dark brown kind of coat. One of them is this reddish brown. One of them is white with light brown spots, and then the other one is pure black.
Okay, so
Can Pax call to the horses, like give it a little, try to get their attention, see if any of them go over?
Make an animal handling check.
Yeah, that's an 11.
An 11. It's like they do kind of meander on over, not like super excitedly or anything, but more out of just curiosity and the fact that they are, they're well trained. They're well trained horses and stuff,
good.
but not more just like, oh, what's that? And they kind of like eye you as if like, where you're supposed to have a treat when you call me over, kind of a thing.
Gotcha.
As they kind of look at you.
Can I kind of do a similar thing just to see of the four which ones are more inclined to be friendly? Same thing.
Yeah, sure.
Man, y'all are doing all this, and Ghost is just leaning over the fence and just looking at him.
And then, are all of them similarly like groomed and stuff?
14.
Yeah. They're all clean. They're all groomed.
Fed well.
Yep,
Okay.
fed well. 14. With the 14, it's kind of hard to gauge with the limited interaction with them. They all seem to be relatively kind of the same temperament. Like I said, these are like trained, trained draft horses.
So tell me, what are the ages of these horses?
Well, the black one and the dark brown one are about 3 years old. The spotted one is 2.5 years old, and the red one is 3.5 years old.
Okay, and then what's the price on the red one and the black one?
Oh, they're all gonna go for 50 gold.
Any type of package deal if we get the wagon and 2 of the horses off your hands?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I give him the help action by being somewhat intimidating in the background?
No, intimidating. Wait, so did you say persuasion?
I can do persuasion too.
Yeah, persuasion.
Okay, it's like
One myself.
intimidation.
It goes
We're
like
being
this.
nice here. Okay, that would be a 21.
21. You know what? For a full bundle deal, I'll take off 10 gold off each horse.
Okay, 10 gold off each horse. So 40 apiece plus the 35.
That's 155.
No. 40
Or-
apiece plus 35.
Yeah,
115.
115.
Yeah, 115. Yep, 115. Okay,
That's a fair deal.
I think you've got yourself a deal. And then we'll round it up to 120 just so we can get all the tackling and all the.
Don't
bridling and
you
everything.
worry. When you buy a horse, all that stuff is included here.
Oh, that's great. You're
Incredible.
wonderful.
You're
amazing.
Barding and all that stuff is all here. What I can give you, is I can give you, if you want to spend that extra 5 gold for the feed for the animals, then that would definitely work. Which it's
It's
5
copper
copper
per 10 pounds.
it's 5 copper basically per day per horse. So do that. So you get 2 per silver, 20 per gold.
That's for 5 gold.
5 gold.
Yeah,
so
well,
that's
we don't
100.
want
So
that
that,
much.
100.
that's
Yeah, because
that's
it's 10 pounds
yeah.
a day per animal. So
yeah. That's literally that's 50 days for both horses.
yeah, and now we can't put anything else in the wagon. So no, let's just leave it as a tip. But let's get, I would say, what, a week's worth of food for the animals. So that would be
That would
7
be-
times 20, 140 pounds.
Yeah, so that would be
Wait, no, that math was wrong.
With my
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
with
no,
me
the weight
being
is correct.
a cook, would I be able to make littler rations last longer for the horses and still be just as full?
With a skill check, I'd allow it. Yeah.
Okay.
When the time comes. So yeah.
Yeah. No. That's what
Yeah,
I wanted to know.
yeah.
I mean, if that's
I'd
only
allow
if,
it.
if that's only 140 pounds, we could probably get 2 weeks worth. So 2 weeks worth. So yeah, do the math there. Well, It's okay. I mean, we're
And-
gonna leave the rest with her
Yeah.
just as a tip. So
And,
2 weeks worth.
and for the record, I'm not like extremely strict on this as a DM, but you know, you should feed your horses.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been using the same rotten meat for weeks with Wayne.
Luckily for you, the axe beak is perfectly fine.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
like a chondra. It likes aged meat.
And thanks to Vivi and Amelia, they make the stink not so bad.
It's just one way to put it.
Well, as we're getting all the stuff together, I just say to her, and just so you're aware, I will definitely record your generosity to the Lanassi family. Much appreciated.
Well, much appreciated. I appreciate your patronage and for your kindness and professionalism. And she holds out her hand to shake.
I'll shake her hand.
And I
Great
look,
job.
yeah, and I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Should you ever need any more, carts, equipment, or any more horses or rides, we can help you out with that.
Sounds great.
Eventually,
Awesome,
we will
thank
need
you.
a carriage, so we'll definitely come here.
We will
first.
definitely come back. And if you ever need any work done in the future, we also are adventurers, so we can do that as well.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot more of you lately. Could use some more folk who know how to get things done.
Okay. Well, let's go get
So
some
that
things
was
done.
140 gold pieces in total, right?
120.
120.
120.
Okay.
So you
Just making
have
sure.
80 left.
Booyah.
60.
Yep. We have 80 left.
80.
Is it all with me, or are we splitting it up? Do we want-
Some
you
to
can.
Rakos already.
I mean,
I did give 50 to
Yeah,
Rakos.
so-
I already counted that to
so
Rakos.
unless you want to divvy it out, you can just be holding on to it at the moment. So you're still just the holder of it.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what
Yeah.
I'll. Yeah, just wanted to make sure you guys didn't want to like hold on to your own money or anything like that.
Well, we'll need to compile it together to buy that health potion anyway, so.
Yeah.
Just hold on to it for now.
So it looks like we should have everything except the ingredients for the health potion.
So we need to find
Shaman.
the apothecary or somebody who would sell apothecary tools, and then
It's called an herbalism
We can
kit,
just
by the
visit
way.
the alchemist.
yeah, we
I'm
can
sure
visit
they'll
the
have supplies.
the alchemist. They'll have something.
Yeah, herbalism kit.
And most
what
general
we'd be looking
stores
for.
will have some base supplies as well.
Yeah, they're not super expensive.
Okay. Then we'll go find a store.
It's the 25 gold gem that you need per healing potion that gets expensive. Okay.
All right.
Well, let's head to
All right.
Apothecary Village.
So,
whatever, or
so
area.
as you're going around, so obviously, just due to the size of the city, there's more than one of each kind of store. But just for, the sake of the game and my own sanity, we'll list one of the different kinds of stores.
the one
okay.
we decided
Yeah,
to go
the
to.
one you decided to go to,
The alchemy shop.
which eventually you find. Why do I keep saying that today? Oh my gosh! You come across. You come across the. Cast iron cask.
Nice. When my mother was alive, she always recommended I should stop by here and check it out sometime. I'm glad I got to come here.
I've been in here once before. We had most of our supplies at home, but occasionally, while you're making a stop in the city, you might need to grab the odd supply here and there.
And as
What
you,
was the stable's name, by the way? I forgot to ask.
Ironclad Hoof.
Okay.
And as you enter in, you're met with you are met with the smell of herbs and smoke herbs, smoke, and a bunch of, like, for lack of a better term, like kind of chemical-y smells all kind of mixed together. And
Called essential oils.
and behind the counter, you see this this really tall, brown furred, floppy-eared kobold, or sorry, not kobold, furbolg. That kind of towers over the counter that he's working, and you see he's got this this almost fisherman-looking cap, and he's got a large ivory pipe in his mouth, as you see as he's behind the counter throwing herbs and things into a cauldron that is behind.
Now, is this one of those shops where it's like all of the items are out in the general area and you can go pick up what you want and bring it to the counter? Or is it one of those ones where counters there, everything's behind the counter?
It seems counters there, everything's behind the counter. Like, behind the counter is like a full workshop. You see chemistry sets and everything like that.
Okay.
Hello, good sir.
So,
Oh, hey there.
Rakos is gonna start listing up. We are in the. I'm gonna need some vials, some flask, and some poultices, some mortar and pestle. And he's gonna start listing off everything in the alchemist supplies, and then he's gonna list off the base ingredients for 2 healing potions. Do you have any of all of those in stock?
And kind of as you do it, it's like, well, man, you trying to put me out of business? I'm just kidding. Yeah, we got some of that stuff. Let me go get it for you, man. And he kind of
He's a stoner.
You know,
Is he high on his own
father
product?
was
Can
never
I
this
can I
way.
roll like an
He ran a
insight or
tight
something?
ship.
To
you don't need
happened?
you don't need a roll insight. He is.
freaking...
He's actively got like the pipe in his mouth.
Okay.
When I came here years ago, his father still owned the shop.
Was he the same way?
No.
Oh, okay.
And so he goes, he puts together alchemist supplies for you, and then he's just like, I can only spare for like 1 potion, but enough to make like one full potion, but here you go, man. And he kind of wraps it up in this little pouch, slides it over to you on top of the alchemist kit. That's gonna be 75 gold.
Okay.
Now, if you guys want, we could buy an extra potion while we're here. That way we could have 2. Use the rest of the money for that.
Because you only have 50, so I'd
I
have
have
to give
50.
you an extra 25, which would put us down to
No, you'd have to give
55.
an extra 50.
55,
extra
yeah.
25, 55, 50 for a normal potion.
yeah. I think
So that would put it
One
for
second.
5
One
gold.
second. Hey, sir.
If we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, we're going to be out on the road, which is why we need that. We definitely want to be using your shop, kind of putting your name out there. We're going to be meeting with a lot of other adventures. I don't know if you heard about the Heroes Call. You been paying attention to that?
Nah, man, I've just been here. I've been working on my brews.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. There are a lot of guys coming back, and they just couldn't cut it, and they're getting battered and bruised. I'll tell you what. We will send them all your way. We will definitely be your spokespeople if you need to as we're going out. How's that sound to you?
Nice, man. Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
With advantage because he's high.
15.
15.
Can I give him the help action?
I mean,
Advantage because he's high.
well, with the 15, he's like, I made a fresh one a little bit ago. We could do a buy one get one free. Need a healing potion? This'll fix you right up.
That'd be awesome, dude. No, I'm digging it. I love it. Yeah, let's try that new
Little-
potion.
Just a little like I don't know, hesitant to buy his potions because I'm like, it'll fix you right up, man.
I think he knows what feels good.
Okay, I mean, as long as they work.
He knows how to have fun.
He looks at peace.
You get
I like
healed
this.
and high at the same time. Come on, man. Where's the downside?
Everett
I
rolls
also
high
got
with
some
these
like
potions.
I heal.
I've also
I
got some like healing stuff for like, you know, the soul and the spirit and the aura if you want.
I think I'm good. Thank you, though.
I'll tell you what.
Nice.
So after we,
Walk your own path, man. It's fine.
so you know any of the people out on the outskirts? We're actually going to help a family at a ranch out there. Do you know anybody outside the city or on the outskirts?
Oh no, I just know there was a bunch of wealthy families all around the outskirts of the city and throughout. I mean, I don't know any of them personally.
Is there anything else that you maybe could spare at a lower price? We just don't have a lot right now, but we're going to be helping some people, and I'm sure that there's some injured women and children. Anything else that you could do to help us out? To help
Sorry,
them out?
man. You came in pretty late. I mean, yesterday I almost got cleaned out. I gotta make more.
Okay.
So let me
Okay,
understand.
that buy
just
one,
to
get
make
one.
sure.
Buy one, get one sounds good. Okay.
Well, just to make sure I don't misunderstand. We have my alchemy supplies, the ingredients for a potion, and
For
a buy one
75.
get one free. for a
And a buy
potion.
one, get one free.
Yeah, man.
I think
Okay.
that's a good deal.
Yeah. So
That sounds
another
very
so
agreeable.
another 50 gold, and we got 2 potions.
So
Plus
that
the
would
stuff
be
to make a 3rd potion. Yeah.
125 gold in total.
Sound good to you, dude?
Rakos, I'm gonna give you that extra 25 because you had the 50, and then
Right.
I'll fork out the rest.
For the
Let me see
potion.
how much that is. Yeah,
Essentially,
be
we
just
have
50
5
gold
gold
for you.
left after
yeah, 50
everything.
gold.
We would
So-
have 5 gold left over.
Yeah, 5
Yep.
gold left over. Just hold on to that.
Well, that was just from
The one
yeah.
adventure. One task. Good job, guys.
Well, that was also without your guys' personal stuff.
Correct.
So
That was all from. So 5 gold left over from our first commission.
I think that's pretty good.
Okay. Well, let's go help some ranchers.
Okay. So, eventually, and kind of as you make your way through the city, other kind of stores and establishments that do catch your eye are the Snow Coal Blacksmith, the Tanned Hide General Goods Store, the Black Fur Tannery, for like leather
Which
kind
we
of
don't have
stuff.
money for any.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
Taking mental notes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, listing the stores, and then the one that seems to be the strangest one is, Mordecai's Stockpile.
Okay. Let's go do
I
this
missed that
tasking,
last one.
then
My
we can
mic
go
cut out.
shopping. Mordecai's
called?
stockpile.
Mordecai stock.
All right, so you take all your supplies, load them up into the wagon. You secure your horses to the wagon, and luckily, the streets here are wide enough that you can once again comfortably ride through the streets. You now no longer have to walk through the streets of Coradine. It is wide enough, and most establishments actually have a place. Well, they have parking space, for lack of a better term. Not tons of it, but there's some. So you pass these establishments on your way to the city outskirts. Following the directions, you do know that the ranch is to the northeast. So you make your way to one of the many gates that line the city walls. And as you approach, the guards, several guards come up, do routine inspections, make sure there's no, suspicious goings on inside the wagon or anything like that. As the gate opens to you, and before you lies a relatively small stretch of the snow-dappled, yellow-grassed tailwind tundra, overshadowed by the mountains that you were stranded on not just several days before, as they also lie in that direction. And that is where we are going to go ahead and go on break. So we will be back in about 15 minutes. So for player reference, make it about 6:42.
Okay.
And we will see you all in just a moment. So, we are back. You depart from the city of Coradine, and compared to the dense population that's in there, obviously, as you go out, there are still a few homesteads and farms and livestock, but compared to just beyond the wall, it is a stark difference of just barren, not barren, but unpopulated just land. The city is still sheltering you from the more intense winds that blow in the Tailwind Tundra, kind of acting as a barrier in the direction that you are heading. And the almost omnipresent light snowfall cressens your departure, as you have the dapple of the hooves. You went with the black horse and the red horse.
So, should we give these horses a name?
I believe so. Seems right. They're working with us, so might as well.
Redmond.
And Reaver.
Redmond and Reaver. I like it.
Redmond and Reaver. So
Redmond is the red horse and Reaver is the black.
No, other way around.
Funny
Other way
enough,
around.
The black one is the Redmond.
Correct.
I saw that coming a mile away.
Redmond and Reaver. By the way, I didn't think to ask. Do any of you have experience riding in carriages?
Very
All the
few.
time.
I'm used to more of war horses and the such.
I wouldn't say
Finally,
I'm
normally
proficient in
padded
it, but
more.
I've done a lot of trade routes and things.
Yeah, we rode in many wagons and carriages when I was growing up.
Did you ever drive any of them?
I did like to help the help. Yes, had an old servant who would let me sit next to him and guide the horses as we went along. I wouldn't say that I'm skilled enough that I could make this my daily job, but I can get by. I know the ins and outs.
Shame here. So you and I can trade off if you'd like.
Sounds fine.
I used to ride around these roads quite a bit growing up.
Oh, Ghost, you're awake.
Was I asleep?
You looked it.
She was just T-posing.
Then it worked.
Now that was not me saying that a woman looked tired. You looked asleep. Very big difference.
I don't think she would care either way.
And they froze.
Yep, they're frozen.
Must not be warm enough out here.
Well, I'd say the
And
Lux...
it's about a day out from the city, correct? Ranch?
From the ranch, yeah. It is.
Would-
Oh, we lost
Well,
them.
one day if
Yeah,
we were
they're gone.
walking or by horse.
It would have been 2 days while walking. It is 1 day by horse.
Okay.
Just so the horses feel more valuable. Which I should probably do that in the other
There it
campaign.
There they are. They're
There
back.
we go. I should probably do that in the other campaign too. Travel via mount moves you 2 spaces instead of 1, but at the same time, this country is more than double the size of Alabast.
All right. So I say either Lux or Reiko starts with
I
their
can take over
they
the
start
first.
driving the. Okay, Reikos will take it first. I'll sit up front with Reikos.
Okay, somebody roll a.
So we just have. What does our wagon look like? So it's like the dark wood one, but is it just like an open wagon,
It's
or does
covered.
it have a cover? Or
Most of the
Okay,
most of the
okay.
stuff came with a cover just due to the nature, because snow
Of
falls a
the
lot here.
snow and everything.
Yeah.
right?
So
Okay,
it's
cool.
like the covered wagon that the pioneers would use, something like. Okay.
Yeah.
As we're riding along, I would like to take one of the healing potions and specifically give it to Ghost. Be like, I saw you die back there. I would rather not see that happen to anybody I care for again. So, take this.
Oh, you do care. Thank you.
Did I seem like I didn't?
No. I'm just
Wait,
making
wait.
fun of you.
Who knew
Okay.
underneath that stone was just another soft man, soft kind of man? I didn't mean that as an offense. I'm sorry.
It's okay, none taken. Quite the compliment, actually.
So, I need one of you four. Let me roll a d4. Badger. Go ahead, choose any dice smaller than a d20 and tell me what you get on what dice.
I got a 3 out of 6.
3 on the d6?
Yep.
Okay, let me go to my random encounter chart.
Woohoo!
Do we have a foundry for this
Okay.
one, or is it?
You will find out.
Okay.
So,
Spooky.
Are you not
As-
logged into Foundry? We are.
No, there wasn't a invite link this time, but I can go back through.
yeah, I
The
should.
other one.
I
By the
think
way,
it's
the
same
music
one.
is
Just
I
saying.
minimized it.
minimized.
So, as you
There he is.
are driving, who's driving right now? Lux or
It's
Reikos?
Reikos.
Me.
Reikos? Okay. Reikos, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I'm finally good at those. Unless I roll really bad. That's a 12.
With the 12, kind of off on the side, off to the right of the road, you do see a small cluster. You do see a small cluster of, it almost looks like a dark mass of something. Kind of gathered around, as you kind of see this gathered around this tent. And in front of this tent, you see a small figure that seems to be toiling away on a table in front of this small mass of things in front of it. Very hard to make out with a 12.
Wasn't somebody sitting up with Reikos?
I am.
Taxes.
I can make a
I was
perception
kinda
check
like-
too.
I would nudge you and kind of point it out, but being quiet. Do you see that? What is that?
No, I don't. Really hard to see.
Do you see that there?
That's a,
Where?
that's a 5.
You see the tent, but nothing much beyond that.
Okay. Well, I guess my passive perception is 9, so But I wouldn't see anything else.
Should we stop by for a visit or move on past and give them a wide berth?
I mean, if it's somebody that's in trouble, we might as well help them.
What are you two mumbling about?
There's just something up on the road, and we're trying to decide whether to go around it or just to.
Yeah, it's probably up ahead, and then probably about 50 to 60 feet off of the road itself.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try and make a perception check. Yeah, I don't see anything with the 7.
It's
But I'm
all
just
of us,
waking
all
up.
of
I
us.
was like,
Oh, no.
The
napping
snow is in my
back.
eyes.
So yeah, you are approaching it because it's in the way.
We have
but
to make a decision right now. Go on past or keep on or get to it.
Well, I don't think if it's something that's dangerous, we want the horses getting injured. So, I think.
But that being
should,
said, we are very
approach it on
close to
foot.
the city. The chances of there being something that dangerous this close to the city,
That's
very
true.
unlikely.
I say we stop.
Then
in
again,
the-
we were in the city and we fought zombies. So.
Ghost, what do you say?
Lux was waiting for it. Like points at Ghost. Like in the city.
I say we assess the situation. If they aren't in any danger or aren't in danger, we can just leave.
Okay, so that sounds like we stop.
Onward we
assess,
go.
and-
So it
Yeah.
still just looks like a bubbling black mass. Is that what you said?
It's a tent.
Sort of. Sort of. Well, I need to know. You guys didn't pass your perception checks. Are
We're
you gonna
just keep going.
keep going?
We're just
Okay.
gonna keep going.
So if you
And
follow,
as we get closer, just
And did you
kinda
say it's
watching
on the
it.
road?
about 50 feet off the road.
Oh, Pax is fighting everything to jump out and check it.
Well, as you get close, you do see it. So you see. So as you approach, you see this. The figure comes into view as a deep gnome. So with like kind of the dark purple grayish skin, and he's just got this wild hair that goes all over the place, almost Albert Einstein hair, and just big bushy beard that you can't see his lips, and you can only just basically make out this portion of his face and the large hooked nose that hangs over. As you see him, you get close, mumbling to himself, and that seeming writhing mass that is on the opposite side of the table from him. As you get close, it looks like a massive cluster of probably like 24 rabbits that just seem to be sitting and staring intently at him.
Yeah, I say we
No,
pass.
let's go.
I think we
Okay.
spent too much time in that alchemist shop. You guys are seeing this, right?
No, we're not doing this. Let's go.
I think the fumes might have gone to my brain.
I don't think he seems like he needs help. He's sitting with rabbits. If anything, it's just.
But I'm
rations for the
curious,
road.
you know, like,
Rations
Why
for the road.
Save your
rabbits?
curiosity.
but I
Why is he talking to them?
Don't encourage him. Come on. Tax. It's not worth it.
No.
There are people we know are in trouble, and
you're
there's somebody
right, you're
talking
right.
to rabbits.
You're right. It's okay. All right, we can go to the farm.
Okay.
This better not be the
Onward,
PvE
Rakos.
team leader.
As he's kind of like starting to pull over a little bit as
No.
he's watching.
Rakos, no.
Pax and Rakos are both like
I am really
rubbernecking as we're watching. Should we
Save
go?
your
I think we should
curiosity.
go.
No.
Why are you talking to those rabbits, sir?
He just kind of looks over.
I have to know.
You're so sweet.
I will raise an army.
All right. Well, take luck. And I'm gonna just keep going.
Pax wants to get out even more to know what this guy's on about.
We did spend too much time in that.
Okay. Let's keep going.
I told you.
This better not be the fight that we get into at the farm.
I want to
Turns out
try
that's a
and
DVD.
stealthily snag one or both of the reins away from Rakos as he's distracted. Just so
Well,
I can crack him and
we're going up. Unless you're
Okay.
sitting
Yeah,
on my lap,
you
which
wouldn't
I will
know.
throw you off if you do that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Is that an invitation?
No, that was a. Are you doing it? Because I will throw you.
No, I could quickly fit in
That was a
between you two.
promise.
But if you're both looking over and distracted while that's going
We're
on,
not
I would be
anymore.
like,
Not
reaching
anymore.
for-
We're
Okay.
fine. We called out to him. We just wanted to know.
That was enough
Onward.
of an answer.
So, you pass that strange man, and eventually, night does fall, and the temperature begins to drop rather significantly. As now, let me just go like this for audience reference. Move 2 squares. And you are no longer sheltered by the walls of the city. And I have to move the cameras around for the battle map stuff. Let me just go like this. Whoop,
Hey, did we take a long rest at the hospital?
boom.
No. We.
I will allow you to have retroactively done it.
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
That's a nice DM right there. That's a merciful
Right.
DM.
Yeah.
Very merciful.
Yeah, after what I did to you last time. Yeah, I'm so merciful.
Hey, last time was fun. I had a blast.
Yeah, it was
Hey,
fun. It was
you
not
made
mercy.
Me not dead anymore. That's mercy. You made me not dead anymore.
I
So-
saw the challenge rating of that thing accidentally. We should not have been fighting that thing.
It was challenge rating 3.
No,
You
it was
still
a
got
4.
It's all in the past. It doesn't matter anymore.
Chat says last session was super fun and dramatic. Yeah. Although I noticed that this is being cut off. Let me go like this. And then I can just...
And we lost Andrew and Erica again. It's
Yup.
not me this time, guys.
Hey, it's not you!
Yeah, I got it all fixed and sorted out. My CPU was running at 99 degrees Celsius. Yeah.
Well, my CPU's running at 99% usage
Ouch.
right now. I'm not
Mine's
joking.
at 2%.
Oh, we hear you. We just don't see you. Oh, there
There
you
we
are.
go.
And we
Yeah.
don't
So-
see you.
And we don't see you, random citizen. So, as you, as night falls, the wind begins to pick up. Not enough to cause, like, any, like, significant things, but enough to bring the temperature here well below freezing.
Okay,
So
so are we camping for the night, guys?
Oh yes.
I'm
Yeah,
ready
I
to
don't think
get
we should
some
try
more
and travel
sleep.
in the night.
Would you be able to make a big enough space that we could fit the carriage into, just to make sure that it's
Okay.
not out? Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that would take probably upwards of like he could do it. It would probably take like maybe almost 2 hours to get it fully into where you could not only all fit in there with the carriage and the horses, but comfortably get the carriage in and out and have it be stable. So it'd take a while, but yes, that
Because I'd want it to look.
Nothing too big, just like think Mines of Moria. Nothing
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
crazy.
just
Yeah.
Iron
Maybe 3 hours.
Forge.
mansion.
We don't want 16-point reversing.
Just big enough that we can have a drag race if we wanted to.
If we really wanted to, I will take Redmond as my steed for the drag race.
As you
So-
break his back.
He's a draft
Yes.
horse. He can hold me.
Yeah, the
So I
draft
would-
horse can't hold him.
So
Oh, yeah,
I would,
that's true,
I would
that's
sculpt,
true.
I would sculpt 4 main areas. I know this sounds pretty intense, but 5 cubic feet every 6 seconds. I think it's worth being perfectionist on it. So obviously I would go downward. So we'd have a ramp coming down with the solid. I would leave as much solid rock on the sides as possible and everything. But also I would have a main big area where we would build the fire and just kind of a community area off to the side, a place to park the wagon, and then 2 separate like stalls for the horses that I would actually put some walls up so that they would just kind of feel safe and enclosed in there, and we could put some of their food in there, and then an area large enough for us to be side by side for a sleeping area, to lay our packs and stuff down. And then once we've got the fire going, I would carve the entrance so that essentially it would be like a wall, so there would be an opening with small vents so that the smoke from the fire wouldn't stay where we're at but would continue upward, so we're not choking ourselves out. We've got plenty of airflow, but there's no door going in and out, so now it's just there's basically slits in between, so nothing's sneaking up on us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have essentially made this very secure sleeping
Bunker.
little mini bunker that there's definitely not going to be any animals that wander in looking for food or anything like that, or any predators coming in. Something that would go in for you would have to be something a bit more intelligent and capable.
Yep.
Should something like that happen. So as it does become secured, there is a very much a feeling of safety and comfort that comes with it, especially with the fire in there. It is actually nice and warm and pretty comfortable in there.
Is anybody
This
hungry?
one, no, see.
Very.
Surprise me.
I could go for
Yes, I
something.
could eat.
All right, I'll pull out my cooking utensils and then I'll feed the horses as well. Something a little bit better than just like alfalfa rations.
Mm-hmm.
Turn them into like the little the wheat cake things.
Yeah, do something nice for them. It's like
Yep. And,
gourmet hay.
oh yeah, and with that, they are they like
Swollen.
love it. You can tell they are in love with what you're feeding them.
Yeah, I'll take the time to hang out with the horses.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me an animal handling check.
8.
Okay. It's not for a specific thing. It's more like
Just hang out with them.
overall thing over time. Okay. So yeah, but they are definitely loving what you're feeding them. Right. And so as this small cavern warms up. Do any of you want to do anything in the night?
Yes. First, I would definitely, while Pax is cooking, I would pull out some of the alchemist supplies, and you'd see him actually going through and trying to he'd pull out like a little notebook kind of thing, and then would go through and start making that healing potion from the ingredients.
Make a wisdom check with your proficiency.
I'm just gonna roll survival because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
22? All right. That is enough to essentially complete what I was going to have be a progress bar for it. So during this night, this rest, you can complete the healing potion.
Sweet. And then after we're done eating and things are winding down a little bit, Rakos would kind of look across the fire and look at Ghost. And he'd shift kind of uncomfortably, but you can tell there's like a curious tone in his voice. He'd be like, so Ghost, what was it like?
Oh, the dying.
Death, yes.
Exciting.
Did it hurt?
The moment of death, no. The moment before, yes. I was kind of getting my life sucked away by a ghost. Ha!
Well,
Makes
let's
my
hope
name more
it doesn't
fitting,
have
don't
to
you
happen
think?
again.
I won't let fear of that keep me from
Did you
going
see
on.
anything?
Yeah. I did. The classic life flashing before your eyes. There wasn't enough of it.
Axe is gonna kind of like somberly say, I'm sorry I failed you. I should have been there
Oh,
to
no.
protect you.
No.
I'll raise up a hand and just be
Don't
like,
even start with that. No, you let me finish. You do not start with that. No guilt, nothing, zip. It was not your fault. You could not have predicted such a thing.
If anything, we all would have been there if it weren't for you, Pax.
Exactly. You were the most defensive of us. You defended us the most. You have no right to feel guilty over such a thing.
Pax is gonna kind of hang his head, and kind of hide his face from you guys.
You did good.
You did very well.
I would have been a throw rug.
Exactly.
You turned half of them into throw rugs. By the way, those claws, they're quite menacing.
I enjoy them, and now that I know what they can do, I'm pretty certain my brother was probably not as innocent as I always thought he was if he was using these all the time.
You think?
At the mention of his brother, Lux starts looking around for different colored stones in the walls, any that he could pluck that are, bigger than, half the size of his head. Does he see any colored stones?
Yeah, they're nothing like, insane colors, but there's like different shades of gray, like black and white swirls. There's some brown ones. But nothing like
a black and white swirl one, and he's gonna pick out a brown one, and just start carving Redmond and I already forgot the other horses.
Reaver.
Yeah,
Redmond and Reaver.
Redmond and Reaver, and start carving the horses. Just keep glancing over at them as they're watching us at the campfire. And Lux just goes silent.
Well, hopefully our future jobs aren't quite as intense.
Could say that again.
But
Uh,
I won't lie, it was a bit exciting, wasn't it?
Exactly. You get it. You get it.
My friend Tanner Rock would boast for years trying to convince me and my wife to join up and do the adventuring thing, but I always said no. But this is it's kind of it's exciting. I don't know another word for it.
It's the first
It
time
was
you've left your
terrifying.
Wife.
But it was exciting.
You left your
Yes,
wife
yes,
to come
my
and do
wife.
this?
She's currently at home with her parents.
What made you decide that you wanted to leave her and come out and do this?
For years, like I said, our friend Tanner Rock wanted us to come and explore and see the world. Take up adventuring, he always said. He would share his grand stories. And I always said no, no, no. And then, well, one day we decided we wanted to go out and see, but her parents were always ill, and so she opted to join them and take care of them. But she wanted us to, see the world.
you should be with family over anything else, but I don't doubt that you enjoy the adventuring lifestyle. With that, Pax is gonna look at Lux and be like, "Can you make me a door to get out? I need to have some fresh air."
At that,
Yeah.
you see Reiko's kind of take offense a little bit at what you just said, and he's gonna kind of grunt and then turn over to his own space, kind of stop talking right there.
And Lux will wave his hand and move some of the entranceway off to the side to make a door.
And then Pax will head outside to swing his sword around for a little bit.
Right.
Lux will set down the statues and quietly follow Pax out, stealthily.
Make your stealth check.
Awkward fast.
What'd you say?
It's like, well, this got awkward fast.
I have advantage on stealth. 14.
It does beat your passive perception.
It does beat my passive perception, so you follow me stealthily. You can make an insight check if you like.
I'm not really trying to do anything with insight with you. I just
Okay.
follow out because I want to be quiet and give you your space, but I don't think anybody should be alone. So
Pax heads over to the nearest tree and starts beating on it with his bare fists. Hard, angry, almost like the tree is his arch enemy, like with that kind of fury. And then after a little while, as he tuckers himself out, he's gonna kind of turn his back to the tree and slump against it, just holding his head to his knees. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna quietly walk over to him and just say, anything I can help you with?
Pax doesn't start like he normally does. Kind of just looks up at you gold tears streaming down his face. He's no, just many memories came all at once. I'm sorry. He's kind of like wipe himself off and put on the face that he always has of like happy, and say, "We better get in there before so that I can apologize to Rakos. He has more right than any to be here, and I owe him."
One second. Rakos can wait. You should never apologize for memories. You can't change what happened, anything in the past. You definitely should never apologize for tears. I know I've shed my fair share. Just stay out and breathe for a little bit. Rakos will be fine. He's got a tough hide. You can still apologize to him. Just give it a minute. It's a nice night anyway.
Okay. With that, it almost looks like a weight has been lifted off of Pax, like his shoulders, like his face kind of looks a little more human than perfection. As he sits down, he goes, "Yes, it is a nice night." And he'll look up at the stars and say, "My wife and I used to sit and watch the stars too, so it's good to have company while I watch them again." And he won't say anything else. He'll just kind of stay quiet.
And as the silence falls over the night, just in the clear skies, the somewhat powerful winds, but not enough to break the silence. Eventually,
I'm not done yet with the night.
No, I'm gonna get back up and go inside
Oh,
eventually
alright.
too.
Yeah, no, I'm not done yet.
by all means,
I'll quietly follow him in
by all means.
and close up the door behind us.
I'll go over to Rakos, kind of loudly, so I'm not sneaking up on him. I mean, I'm a massive stone man. I don't know
Yeah,
how
your
quiet that I
your
can
armor plating is
Yeah.
kind of cheeky. It's kind of hard for you to.
be. I'll go up, just quietly
Come to
sit
lecture
down.
me again.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lecture you. It's not
Look.
my right to say what you can and can't do. Please forgive me.
I've only known you for a couple days. I don't assume to know what you've been through, what you've seen. Don't assume to know me and my own.
I think, if I may say something, I think what he said was not out of lecturing or spite, but more out of jealousy. I would say I feel that as well. So obviously, you know that you've got a good relationship with your wife and hopefully your in-laws. But I don't have that kind of relationship with anyone since my parents passed. And so it's just surprising. So not judgmental to you in any way, because I'm sure that you would have to have a good reason to come out here. And so if that reason is good enough for you, it's good enough for me and Pax.
Pax will nod his head and say, I'm still not a man of great words, and I don't speak as eloquently as I should. So I'm sorry that I touched a nerve, and you are 100% right. I don't know you. I don't know what you've been through, and I'm sorry for assuming. And he'll kind of like bow his head to you, essentially.
He'll kind of hold on to those words for a little bit. And you can see he's still angry.
he's very upset at the comments, but he just.
On that note, I have a question for you, Rakos. Where did you meet your wife? How was that?
I'm not in the talking mood anymore. I'm going
Okay.
to bed.
And then he'll like turn to Pax. I accept your apology. And then he'll turn and go to bed.
I'll just kind of softly say thank you, and I'll walk instead of going to the place where everybody else has like set up their area. Pax is gonna go into the back of the wagon near the front and kind of turn on his sentry stasis
Sentry
mode. Yeah, it's my sentry mode kind
You
of.
just do a squat and
Yeah, kind of like in the back of the carriage with like my sword clutched in hand and my shield on my arm ready for anything. So
Ghost is just sitting by the fire watching all this happen, and she turns to to Badger and she's like, "Can't load a wagon without luggage." A lot of baggage here. But hey, that's what makes people people.
Badger just kind of nods his head and continues carving the horses.
so eventually the sun does rise. The sunlight peeking through the pale sunlight peeking through the little vents that Badger had made as to not kill you all from smoke inhalation.
not me.
Yes.
No carbon dioxide.
Oh yeah, you
for
don't
us.
need to breathe. You
I
don't
don't need to breathe. Totally fine.
You just walk away. It was an accident. Something happened.
As the sun comes
He
up,
left
I'll
the
wake.
cart running.
I left the cart running. The horses have been farting all night. It's fine. I'll kind of like tap Lux and ask him to make the opening again so that I can go out while the morning is, or the sun is coming up.
And I open it fully.
Okay, I'll be
Get
outside
it
doing
ready
my little morning ritual.
All right.
And I just start prepping the horses.
Okay. Ghost. And I guess Reikos, you two would probably be the last two to rise. Just because one doesn't need sleep and one needs very little sleep. With that, eventually Ghost. As you go, you open your eyes, and as the blurry tiredness in your eyes, you see this shadowy figure kind of looming over you. And it seems like it's far away until your eyes adjust a little more and you realize it's about 6 inches from your face. As you see this scruffy little bat-like face, black hair, tufts of black hair, and large fanned ears going, wings. Hello? Are you awake now?
Instant punch.
And the rest of you would hear this, just this.
I rush
Grab
in
my
from
hammer.
outside.
Yeah.
I continue to prep the horses.
That
She's
was,
ready with fire in her hand.
yeah, it's just like, that was rude, isn't it?
So was standing 6 inches from my face. What are you doing? Who are you?
I was making sure you wasn't dead.
Is
I
this
don't-
a demon or a devil?
Who are you?
Make a religion or arcana check.
I will make religion. 12.
12. This is a very common devil, so 12 is definitely
Okay.
enough. This is an imp you're looking at. And so it is a devil. And then, sorry, what did you say, Ghost?
Who are you? Tell me now.
I don't really have a name yet, but I mean, I was supposed to give you this, and he kind of reaches, and you notice he's got this crumpled bit of paper that's been wadded up, and he's clutching in his tail. And so he's got like just bat-like features. He's got kind of like the pig-ish nose, little fangs, big beady black eyes, the massive ears, scruffy mangy black wings and everything. He goes over and like flutters up and then just gets to eye level with you and holds out that crumpled piece of paper.
She like suspiciously take it and open it up.
As you open it, you do recognize the handwriting.
Okay.
As
That will immediate just
and it says you worry me, my love, and so I acquired for you a little helper. I will also impart the knowledge of you, the ability to re-summon him should any unfortunate accidents befall him. It's just like, hope you enjoy. XOXO Deramos.
she'll look down at the ground and just flip it off.
What would I do? What?
Yeah, that's not for you. Right. At least I know why you're here. So you don't have a name, yes?
I was told no. I was told I didn't have one, so yeah.
Of course.
Is this a friend of yours?
It is a present.
That's a strange present.
Yes. My
Yes,
patron doesn't-
I've been contracted, and so now I am here as your humble familiar, despite how rude you are.
All right.
I like it.
Well,
As Lux turns around and spots the little guy, he's like, "Whoa, what in the devil piss is that?"
He kind of just like looks over, just like, I'm not a devil piss, I'm a devil. You know, righteous fury of the hells and whatnot.
You look like you climbed out of the fire pit after somebody put it out with their midnight drink.
Hey, that's hurtful.
Okay. Well, own up to it.
And you see,
Here to help.
he's fluttering.
Start loading the bags. Lux just starts bossing him around.
He's just like, I'm not your familiar, I'm her familiar. And he puts, I'm her familiar. Only she can boss me around.
Hey, Ghost, you want to put him to work?
not quite yet. I still need to figure out what to do. I did just get woken out of my sleep by a face in front of me 2 seconds ago, so I need some time to think about it.
Yeah, you could have been having a nightmare and you wake up to that. My goodness. Your nightmare was a sweet dream, right?
His face isn't a nightmare. But I've seen worse. Way worse.
Axe is gonna nod his head and be like, he's not the ugliest thing out there.
In fact, by my...
Why are you all
patron
talking about
standards-
me as if I'm like not here?
is because you don't have a name yet.
I'm just gonna call you Devil. I don't care.
Oh, well, fuck you too then, mate.
You'd like to, wouldn't you?
He flips you off, and then he just goes and perches on top of the cover of the wagon.
I'm gonna pull my sword.
You're gonna go up there, be useful, and take something with you.
What is going on?
Sheath my sword. Be like, I'm not fond of devils.
Oh, well. I guess that's understandable, but I would prefer it if you do not bully my familiar. He is going to be with me for a while.
As long as you
I
keep him
think
in
he's
check, we'll
charming.
have no quarrels.
You won't even know I'm here. And then he'll turn invisible.
See, there you go.
I like this even less.
Oh,
You
man.
just hear deep breathing behind you.
When nobody's paying attention, I'm going to use mold earth just to drop 1 or 2 small rocks from the ceiling right above where I saw him disappear. Just to kind of
I would say
bonk him on the head a little bit.
I would say go ahead just to see if you can make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Attack and roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, with
Let's
disadvantage.
see.
Yeah,
Let's see. How would I do just
my
a
gosh.
just a attack roll if I'm not?
I love this music too.
Yeah, it's
It
so
fits
Just
it
cast,
so
like, a
well.
cantrip.
Yeah.
This was the same music we used for Franklin Theodorix.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'll do it as firebolt.
yeah. Just go ahead.
Oh, nice.
20.
20. Yeah, as he's going, he's just like.
Gosh.
I know my
you
rocks.
Yeah, you see one of the rocks go, and then hit something you can't see and fall to the side. Just like, ow, son of a. Yeah, you just hear a little scuttle.
I would appreciate
Badger
it if you
1.
did not bully him.
Dirt pit 0. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. You don't know it was me. I'm stealth check.
Sleight of hand.
Really?
Retroactive sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. There we go. Sleight of
I
hand.
mean, doesn't it have
You
a
only-
component,
You're the
like a
only,
verbal component to cast that?
14.
You're the
Oh
only
yeah, but I
one
said I was
here.
quietly when nobody was looking. Let's see.
Yeah.
What does it have? But I rolled a 14 for sleight of hand. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he doesn't realize it was you.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
it's only somatic. So yeah, I basically just wait. Somatic is
Yeah, is
that
moving
is
your
words,
hands.
right?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's moving hands. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So no
Yeah.
verbal required at all.
Yeah. So. so
I just
yeah.
kinda-
Just move on, please.
Oh man, that
Fine.
rock fell. Just
She's just
Didn't
gonna
see
give
that
him
one
a.
coming.
I know you did it. Look.
and he just goes.
She's unamused.
Okay, well,
and it was
please,
on
whether
that
he's
day.
getting a help
the-
or not, let's get out of here.
And it was on that day that the most influential friendship between Pax, Badger, and an imp was forged.
We would become the best of friends. Named him Poopy Butt Cheeks. No.
So
I love it.
as you so as you go, Badger is able to make it easy enough to get the cart out, load up the cart. Luckily, not too much to load up because he didn't have to unpack too much. And you start on the trail once more. And as you go down, it's only a decent chunk into the morning, probably a little bit before noon, where you are met with a fork in the road. You are now much closer to the mountain range than you were previously.
I think Lux would be driving today.
Yeah. So, Lux.
I'd probably be hanging out the back, looking out the back.
Yep.
Lux, up ahead, you come across a fork in the road, and there are two signs. There are two signs that one on the left points to it just is labeled as Mountain Pass, and the one on the right, the one pointing to the right, is labeled as Blue Bitter Ranch.
And then from memory, did we have something written down what the ranch was?
Yes, that is the ranch that was in the job request.
Then choose the right.
And so as you are going, the horses are trudging along. Luckily, the snow is the snow currently is pretty shallow. You don't even sink into it. It's just a thin sheen of snow over an omnipresent sheen of snow over this tundra. And eventually, coming into view, you see a cluster of buildings. A bunch of very small cabins pressed together, with a larger cabin, and separating them in the middle is a river that runs through. You also see several large barns/warehouses and small fenced-off gardens that, despite the snow, seem to be growing plant life. These are spread out. You find them in small clusters, yet it is quiet. There seems to be no movement around other than the rustling of the plant leaves in the wind. And you make your way to the center where the largest of the cabins is. It's a log cabin, and it seems to be bigger than the rest. And you can deduce that this is the house of the ranch, of the owner of the ranch. Off in the distance to the east, Badger, give me a perception check. $16. Off on the eastern end of the ranch, you do see some of the houses and garden patches on the outskirts have been burned down. Just charred black remains. And much closer, you can start to see, as you are now in the ranch proper, red-colored snow.
Don't eat that. Okay.
Is it fresh
I
snow,
cast
or
mage armor on myself.
Is it fresh blood? Because we got this request a day ago. 2 days ago now.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Sure you don't want investigation?
Or investigation, that'll work too.
Never mind, that's a nat 20, -1 is a 19.
Natural 20. It seems to have been within the last like 12 hours or so. It's relatively fresh.
Okay.
However,
Now, is it like in the ranch fields? Is it on the?
it is. As you get in, you see there's blood splattered on on the sides of some of these cabins, spread across the snow, spread across some of the garden. Some of them, you find some of these small cabins, which you can assume are little ranch hand cabins, like basically little single bedroom cabins. Blood stains on the inside of them too. Some of them stained on the bed, but there's no bodies.
Is there
It wouldn't be
anybody
ours.
here with that, like,
You
as
do-
we're rolling up?
You do not see any you do not see any movement with your investigation. You don't see any movement or activity in any of the gardens or anything like that.
Can I do like a survival check to see kind of gauge what was here? Like, are we talking something big came through, or did it more look more like a ton of humanoid, like raiding party kind of stuff, or
Just given
like
your general
footprints?
knowledge, this looks like the work of a raiding party. It does not look like a giant monster crashed through here.
So, no bodies. And we're already here, we're out of the wagon, like, looking at things.
If that's what you want to do, yes.
I mean, if we're in the center of everything, I'd like to hop down and start looking around.
Same.
Okay. So you have several.
Everyone should stick together.
So you have several gardens, several clusters of like workers' houses. The owner of the ranch's house, and his cabin, and then some of the warehouses.
I think I'd first go up to the owner of the ranch's house, if everybody else wants to go with me.
The
Hammer
door
raised, ready.
the door
Yeah.
is
Sword out.
the door is slightly ajar.
How bright out is it? Is it a clear sky?
It's
Partially cloudy?
clear. It's clear sky, and we're talking a little bit past noon, so it's bright.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah.
the front door is slightly ajar.
Okay. I'm gonna
I'm gonna ready a cantrip.
kind of like open the door as carefully as possible, and kind of look for life, I guess, from what I can see.
Make another investigation check.
9.
9. It seems pretty barren. However, one thing you do notice is a couple of the sconces on the wall, the torchlight on the wall, are still lit. So as you enter
definitely
in
just
through the double
recently.
doors, you're met with like this single hallway with a doorway on the left, and it seems that the end of this hallway meets a dead end where there's like a desk with a little bit of a study going on.
Where are the torches lit at? Is it like back room, study? What's going on?
Just in the throughout the whole house.
Okay.
Yeah, throughout the whole house. The whole place is still well lit.
And it's midday. Okay.
How are the windows? Are the windows open or the shutters closed? How is it?
It seems like it was left pretty undisturbed. It seems that this house had not been, in a sense, hit yet.
Interesting.
So are the shutters open or closed? Like
Some
the
are
candles are. Okay.
yeah. Some are open, some are closed.
I'll look at Rakos and say, what do you think? Like,
It appears that there was a raiding party here, but the fact that they took the bodies suggests that they might have taken prisoners.
I was
But
thinking the
I would
same.
also like to look around, just in case. I can check for tracks to see if any escaped out into the mountains, or if they were all taken, or what it was. But I need to look around for a bit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stealthily put out all the candles I can get to.
Okay, yeah. Easy enough for you to do that. So Rick
If you guys want to
goes.
look around this house, I can search the grounds a little bit.
Yeah, I'll take the house. We might
Stay
want to
with
stay in
Pax.
pairs.
Stay with Pax.
Ghost, care to come with me?
Right.
I'll also quietly close shutters for any windows that are in the room.
Okay, sounds good.
Make it as dark as possible.
If any of us run into trouble, shout.
Rakos and Ghost. As you step outside, Rakos, what are you looking for?
So the main things I'm looking for is I want to see roughly which direction the raiding party came from, and to see if the tracks led out the same direction. And then I also want to see if there were like frantic tracks that looked like they were trying to basically sneak away into the mountains, or like a separate path from the raiding party, just to see if like people ran away, if people were kidnapped. But the fact that the bodies were taken, he thinks that people were kidnapped.
Okay.
I'm gonna help him by looking for tracks.
Right. So you're
Which I
gonna do
already
the
have
help
advantage on
action.
it.
All right. Go ahead and make a survival check.
This would be at advantage.
No.
16.
With a 16, it seems that they are coming from yet further northeast. Tracks coming in further northeast from the now very nearby mountains. And it looks like they have come and left in the same direction.
No other tracks running out into the fields or running away or anything.
It looks like there were actually some tracks that go further into the ranch, but then it looks like that they were covered up.
Okay. Tracks went into the ranch. Now, looking at the covered up stuff, does it look like almost like a what do they call it? Like a hideaway bunker kind of a thing, or is it?
It looks
someone
like
was covering their
it
tracks?
looks like somebody used something to cover footprints.
Oh, okay. Does that go for quite a while, or just to the center of town?
With a 16, it just kind of you kind of lose the trail, but it looks like it goes back towards the center.
Okay.
Which the center is
Let me get this.
where the ranch owner's house is, surrounded by a couple warehouses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the center of it.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, inside, Pax and Lux, what are y'all doing?
So
I am stealthing.
You're just gonna hide? Or...
No, well, I mean, I'm just trying to move silently.
Okay.
Just everywhere that I go.
You can
but
go ahead and
should,
give me a stealth check
open
for it.
some of these doors. Okay. Where did?
And then Pax. So you had that hallway and then the door on your left.
I am moving through the house looking for like signs of life. We got
Right.
the quest like 2 days ago. So
18.
I want to know who put out the quest, and there's already blood here, so it's like, where did they go? Because this happened recently, so something had to have happened in that time.
Mm-hmm. So as you're looking through, you come across a small dining room with a connected pantry, and then a bedroom with a connected latrine.
So it's the study, dining hall.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna search the study for anything useful. Any scrolls, any notes.
Make an investigation check. Oh,
Nat 1.
Nat 1. You do not find anything useful. You find this document with the Nat 1, and as you start to read it, before you can determine whether it be useful or not, you bump an ink bottle and the ink spills all over it.
Dang it, I was gonna come in and see if I could see it. I want to see if, like,
Gotta
I
get
want to
those
investigate,
low rolls
see
out
if
of the way.
anybody's like hiding in here.
What room are you gonna check? You got the.
The only place that I could see them hiding is like the pantry, or
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
okay. 16.
So as you're moving about the pantry, you're kind of looking around. It's a very small pantry, just like
Okay.
three shelves. However, you kind of notice that there's scratch marks on the floor. One of the shelves has been moved. So as you look under the shelf, Erica, as you look,
It's a classic move.
Yeah.
I love it.
as you look under the shelf, you see a trapdoor.
We will find them.
Okay.
I think at this point we'd
I'm gonna-
probably be
I'm gonna
making our way
call-
slowly back inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna call to everyone and be like, I found a trapdoor, like as moderately as possible.
I found a trapdoor.
Like, yeah, well, like, I'm not trying to be loud, but I'm not quiet at
Trap.
the same time. I'm trying to let
You're
everybody else
gonna
know.
whisper yell.
Whisper yell.
I found a
Lux
trapdoor.
quickly puts the
Found a
document down and
trapdoor.
puts the inkwell on top of it as though he had never touched it. And then exits the library. And then goes towards Pax.
Yeah, Pax has no idea this has happened, so he's just happy he's found a trapdoor. Is everybody back with us?
Yeah.
Are you?
Okay.
Are you? Yeah. So you're waiting for us to get there.
Yeah, I'd wait for you guys to get
Okay.
there. My spidey sense is tingling, so I'm gonna open the trapdoor.
It's a trap door.
Open the trapdoor. Is it large enough for me to fit in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I will drop down in there.
right. So as you drop down, there's a ladder that goes straight down. And as you drop down, you hit the ground. It's not deep enough for you to take any fall damage from it.
Sweet.
And as you look around, you raise your head. In your face, you see several pitchforks pointed at you. As you look around, crammed into this one cellar is maybe 50, 60 people.
Hey.
I'll hold up my
And-
hands, like, to show I'm not gonna do anything to him. Be like, it's okay, we're adventurers. I have my party is just outside. We got a request that you needed help.
And then you hear this no, calm down everyone. And this elderly orc kind of goes, he's walking with a cane, and he walks up to to the front. Yes, I put in that job request myself. I am Agdane Bluebitter. It is a pleasure.
I'll reach out my hand for a handshake. Pax Eterna. Pleasure.
And he takes your hand and shakes it.
I think
Congratulations
instead
for
of
climbing
having them, instead of having them come out, I'll say call to everybody else to come down.
Yeah, I'll scurry down.
Just 4 of you. Oh,
Yes,
well.
just the 4 of us.
Just 50 of you.
I'd say it's more like 60.
The mercenaries I hired were the first to fall, and then they started taking the rest of my staff.
Who are they?
And as you ask that, in the distance, you start hearing like you whooping and yelling, and you see
I know.
Agdane kind of look up. Well, it seems you're about to find out.
Is there access to your?
And that's where
roof?
we're gonna end it.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, monkey.
There's no monkey.
It's not a monkey.
It's princess. Supper time.
Dinner time.
Dinner time.
Will the
Yeah.
Lone Rider make it over the Grand Canyon?
Same bat time, same bat channel.
So, thank you to everybody who tuned in. Thank you to Chandra for gifting the 5 tier 1 subs. That was very awesome. Thank you. Also, thank you to our patron, D4 Fan. Once again, you'll get a bunch of fun, cool benefits from Patreon if you choose to support us there. No pressure, though. And along with this show next Wednesday, we will have our Paragon episode on this coming Sunday, as well as some other projects that we have in the works, both for our main channel and our gaming channel. So keep an eye out for all of those. But once again, thank you all for watching, and we will see you all in the next episode. Thank you, and bye-bye.